that is one of the biggest hurdles with this film. If you can't buy into this cat being as cool as he is, or they are, through all these situations, from being dunked in water for 5 minutes to being chased by alien creatures and still being like not cool, but all good with it. Now, if you can't buy that, then that is going to hamper your enjoyment of this movie. I'm just gonna say this real quick. It looks like even as much as everybody said they hated it, as much I was scamming them, it looks like we might even reach our Geekcaster goal.
Congratulations,
right there.
that's exciting.
Yeah, and if that happens, then I'm able to actually, I have to say it like this, but I possibly am able to fund an animator or two, which is what I want to do. I want to thank all the people who are supporters, all the people who came in and showed some love. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Thank you so much, everybody, for your support. Really do appreciate that. And if you want to check it out, you can go over to Geekcaster and look at the recent drops, and ours is right there. And like I said, just check it out. I mean, I'm not forcing anybody to do it. If you want to check it out, though, for yourself and see what it's like, then please do. If you do want to support, then hey, that would be even better. Thank you. I don't need to tell you this. If you've seen it, you know that A Quiet Place is an excellent movie. I like the movie. It don't bullshit. It said if your kid's a dumbass in a post-apocalyptic world full of monsters that don't like loud noise, then that boy deserves to die. And don't need to tell you what happened there. That little ass is gone.
Monsters be moving.
Oh yeah.
Gallop.
Yeah.
God damn.
They don't want to hear that shit. Yeah,
he
man.
was right there. Like the father was right there.
Well, he was. You know what? He wasn't fast enough.
I know.
I like the way you say he was right there. Yeah, that creature said, yeah, but I was faster.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Creature's in New York.
I'm right here too. Yeah, people, this is the movie with a great concept. This is the one where it's a world where these alien creatures come down and they hear a loud noise and don't care if you're 50 or 5 years old. If you're making a loud noise, they don't want to hear that noise. They don't want to hear that shit. And they are quick to destroy you. Don't know why. Maybe it's because they want to eat you, maybe because they just don't, maybe their ears are sensitive, maybe they just don't like you. Who knows? But it's a great concept. It was a great film. John Krasinski was the writer and director of this. And movie was a huge hit. So needless to say, there was going to be a sequel or two, or who knows, maybe more. Didn't really need a sequel, this movie right here. But there's always some guy who has to say, you know what? Yeah, y'all came in the middle of this apocalypse, man. I was there first. That hipster, man, I was there from the beginning. I was at the apocalypse before the apocalypse was cool.
Y'all didn't go through what I went through.
You didn't go through man, I knew them creatures before anybody knew about them. Man, I was there. So this movie that we're about to talk about is that guy. It is that movie that says, what happened on the first day when those creatures arrived. And you know what I always say that I don't mind sequels as long as they add something new to the story, the previous story, or the story that come afterwards, if it's a prequel, as long as they kind of expand on things. So we have A Quiet Place Day One. Does it do that? Does it require a sequel? Does it tell us things? Because these creatures are still mysterious.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
There's things that we can still explore with them. That's why Aliens is one of the best sequels out there, because the creatures were explored more. And a lot of people are hoping to do the same thing with this. Does it do that? Let's go ahead and take a look at the trailer, and we will give you our review right after this. New York was so noisy. I was like those creatures. I don't want to go around slapping the shit out of people. Shut up! Shut up! Be quiet!
Yeah, I was gonna say for once he was quiet. He had to be quiet.
Yo, that's science fiction itself right there. If you make Jima Hansu whisper, don't say a word, be quiet. He'd be quiet telling somebody like shushing. Shush, 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 shush. So, people, I'm gonna tell you something. And just hear me out, because we're going to get into a full review of this. But I mean this. Let me just start out saying this. Your enjoyment of this movie might depend on how much you actually believe in this cat. Frodo the cat. And apparently they believe that everybody will buy into this, everybody will love this cat because they did a whole marketing campaign. Not with the creatures, not with Lupita Nyong'o. No, they did a whole marketing campaign with Frodo the cat.
Hi. You can find out if this cat survives A Quiet Place Day 1.
Boy, y'all think I put this together? No.
Oh, boss, I thought you did put that together.
That ain't me. Y'all think, all right, yeah, you can funny, man. Ha, ha, ha. Yeah. I didn't do this. Paramount did this.
Wow.
Paramount believes in Frodo the cat so much that they did a whole marketing campaign behind this.
Okay,
well, because some people, you know, they don't want to even watch a movie if they know that a dog or a cat is going to get hurt.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you something. These monsters in this movie are more believable than this cat, all right?
Hell
You have to suspend a shitload of belief to believe that this cat is making it through this movie because this cat is too cool.
Way too goddamn cool.
Catnip, this cat has THC, CBD, gummies, all that, man. This cat, because no matter what horrors this cat saw, he was mellow as man. Dogs would have given up a long time ago. This my loyalty only goes so far.
Right.
Not this cat.
I was thinking about your cat when we was watching this movie. I mean, your cat would have been dead so goddamn fast.
My cat would either been dead or not, but one thing for certain, my cat would have you and would have been out. Yeah. I would never have seen my cat again. I can't say, hey man, it's a whole different world now. We had some good times together, man. Those times end today. I'd never see my cat again. This cat right here, man, he run when danger happened. He leave your ass real quick. But when things were okay again, he walked back up and be like, yeah, that shit was crazy, huh? Yeah. This cat was mellow. This cat would be submerged in water for minutes. And when he got out, he'd be like, I'm all right. Cat, like, to hell with the creatures, like things, everyday things that would annoy a cat. This cat was cool.
That was so unbelievable.
I was like, is this cat lobotomized?
Yeah, you hear him meowing a little bit at the beginning, and Lupita's like, oh, shut up, you're getting fat. And then, like, Cat's like, whatever, I can handle this. I've been out in the world.
Yeah, the cat was like, I'm looking out for you. You ain't doing
like,
shit for me.
waiting for this day.
Yeah. And the crazy thing is, the cat, I mean, I'm not lying. The cat is actually a good actor.
Hell yeah, one of the best characters in the movie.
Yeah, that cat is actually holding it down. Or should I say actors?
This is Frodo.
Hi, Frodo.
I met Nico and Schnitzel,
Oh, hell.
the two cats that played Frodo.
That is one of the biggest hurdles with this film. If you can't buy into this cat being as cool as he is, or they are, through all these situations, from being dunked in water for 5 minutes to being chased by alien creatures and still being like not cool, but all good with it. Now, if you can't buy that, then that is going to hamper your enjoyment of this movie. Now, if you can buy into that, I actually think that this is a very enjoyable film. And I think it's a very enjoyable film for many reasons. I'm going to say that to answer my question, does this, and y'all tell me what you think, does this really add anything new to the creatures themselves or the mystery behind them? I'm going to say no. There was one thing they did in the movie, and I'm not going to even spoil it for you. There's one thing they did that just gave you a glimpse of a different thing with these creatures, and it wasn't that long, and it's not anything that really is going to affect anything.
It's also just basic derivative shit that we've seen in other movies with aliens.
You're exactly right. So to answer my question, no. This doesn't do anything new to add to the lore or the mystique of these creatures at all. None.
You might get a better look at them. Maybe the CGI is better in some places.
That's true. Yeah.
But other than that, man, it's basically a Demogorgon from Stranger Things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The design's almost the same. And I mean, really, if you've seen the creature in Stranger Things, then you've seen this, and there's nothing new to add there.
Yeah, imagine like a Demogorgon crossed with like a bloomin' onion. And that's what they basically look like.
Yeah, I had questions about the creatures before I walked in the movie. I had them same questions when I walked out the movie.
Exactly.
So it don't really add nothing.
No, nothing. So if you go in there and see that expanded, it's not going to be there. Now, I think what justifies this movie's existence is that there's a combination of different styles of filmmaking that go on through this film. And I think they're all done pretty well. Some people might just, they might differ with me on what they think the style is or what the genre is. But I think like at the beginning of the movie, the beginning attack, when it happens, it feels like a war film, feels like a disaster film, because there's a lot of handheld, there's a lot of duck and cover. You see right here, there's people who are around you dying and looking lost. It very much is that war film style of filmmaking. I thought it actually did it pretty well. Also like a disaster movie in some ways too.
Yeah, it definitely had that vibe of like 9/11 happening, something like that.
Exactly. So, there's different styles of filmmaking that are going on with this. And I thought that they did it pretty well. There's other things that they do with the filmmaking styles that I could elaborate on right here, but I'm gonna go ahead and pass it around and see what you guys think.
So you were definitely right on about that goddamn cat. Like, as much as I love that cat in the movie, that cat was kind of taking me out the movie at the same time. I'm loving the world that they're building here, especially with these creatures and all these humans and everybody. But when they keep focusing on that cat and that cat's getting through or dealing with all these scenarios that's happening around it, and it's always surviving and getting in and out of situations, I'm just like, I don't know. That kind of seems unbelievable.
It was very unrealistic.
Yeah.
At least I don't know, that cat might have been an exception. I don't know.
Man, come on, man.
Well, you see what I'm saying, though? It's like, I know it seems silly that we're like, this is a sticking point, a cat for us, but
Right.
the cat is he is a prominent character in the movie. Frodo is
yes.
right up there with Lupita Nyong'o and your boy from Stranger Things.
And I just realized the cat being there is also an Alien reference, right?
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, because the cat in Alien.
Jonesy.
Yeah, exactly. It's like one of the prominent characters in there. The thing that took me aback about the movie was that I found that there was a surprising, like, surface level artsiness to it. Especially like in the beginning, like they go to the theater, like early on when all the shit is hitting the fan, there's shots that they show Lupita Nyong'o with like ash all over her face and she's being quiet. And to me, I read that like they're kind of making her look like a mime. And I appreciate that.
Which mimes are very quiet.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, damn.
So I thought that was kind of neat, but I think that where the movie like really falls back is I think that some of the direction around the action, it didn't work very well for me. Some of it was like, and this is happening, cut, and then they're good there. Like some of the action was not very well directed, in my opinion.
I guess the action didn't, with the way you're describing it, didn't bother me too much because I don't think that was the point of the movie. And I'm not saying you're wrong for that. I think that this is not an action movie.
No.
No.
This is a movie that's actually, it has action in it, but that is not the priority in the film. Oh shit! Now there's a sound these creatures might like.
Now there's a priority.
Those creatures about to attack. They're like, oh wait a minute now, hold on. Let me hear you out, man.
You all right.
I was about to kill your ass, but let me hear you out. What? That sounds pretty good right there, people. That is the sound of Shopify. That's when them creatures making money right there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, people. Let me tell you about Shopify. You know what? I was talking about this the other day. I was talking about how we have such creative toasties out there. I was talking about the toastie that created this, Marley. She created this. I'm gonna say it's an action figure of Martin. I was talking about because look at that. Y'all say it's an action figure. Look how much action Martin got. Woo! Ooh.
Never seen him do that in real life.
No. Martin, that's in Action Thomas. So this is Action Thomas right here. Woo! This thing is quality. You can bend it all kind of ways. Look at that. Oh, Martin, look out. Yay! So I'm only saying that because this is such quality that if she wanted to, she could probably sell a lot of these type of things. Probably sell Martin if she wanted to. Online in an online store. Now, if you're creative like her, you make a lot of things, not just action figures or dolls or whatever, but there's a lot of items you can sell. Shoes, shirts, clothing items. I mean, I think even certain kind of food merchandise. If that's you and you're a budding entrepreneur, then you might want to try Shopify. Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business. I recommend this because Shopify is going to blow your mind right. Shopify powers 10% of all e-commerce in the US, and Shopify is the global force behind millions of other entrepreneurs of every size across Y'all don't even know there's many countries, but 175 countries. You didn't know that, did you?
No, I
You thought there was
didn't.
about, what, 10 countries?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. No, there's 175 countries, and all of them got entrepreneurs in there that are using Shopify right now. Now, I see what you're saying. You're like, hey, man, I don't know. I'd love to get started. I'm a creative person. I got something to sell, but I ain't got that much money. Well, you know what? Shopify, they realize that you got to save money, make some money, and that's what we're going to do here today. We're going to save you some money if you decide to use Shopify. Here's what we're going to do. If you go in and use shopify.com/toasted, you will get a $1 per month trial period, all the way to your online entrepreneurial success. I want to thank Shopify for sponsoring this portion of our review, and I want to thank all of you out there, as usual, for your support. Now, back into what we were talking about right here. So, Julian, I wasn't disagreeing with you when you said that the action wasn't doing it for you, and I can see how that is, because if you're going in looking for some sort of action-packed, a blockbuster, that's not what this is.
No.
Because I think what I like about this is that what this does is it is a blockbuster, a summer blockbuster that really prioritizes character. They are focusing on these characters, building their story, developing them, and slowly building their backstory. Lupita Nyong'o, and it's best not to tell you too much about her, because the movie's not telling you too much about her. She's a character named Sam. In the beginning of the movie, they give you visual cues about her story, where she's at, perhaps why she has her physical appearance the way it is. And as the movie goes, you gradually start to piece those things together. I liked it because I never felt, this is one of the things I have a problem with movies today, big time. They have so much, not just exposition, but forced exposition. The movie stops, and these fools just start explaining everything. And they might as well pull out a chart.
Chalkboard. Pull out chalk.
They explain everything. And, they try to say it's conversation and dialogue. No, the movie comes to a halt. That's not what they do here with these characters. Everything is kind of slowly revealed through dialogue, as quiet as it may be, or most of the time visual cues. So what did you think about the actors then?
I thought that they were all great. I think that Lupita Nyong'o, she is always going to be a rock star, and she's great in this movie, and she knows what movie she's in. I think that it's more the script that would hold back the character, at least for me. Mm-hmm. I felt like it was all pretty telegraphed. Like, I knew who was going to get killed. I knew who was going to make it, and the ending didn't surprise me. I liked it, but it didn't surprise me.
I 100% agree with you on that. Very predictable.
Oh, yeah.
Very predictable. In some terms, and sometimes it's trying to be, and then sometimes I couldn't tell. But yeah, you're exactly right.
You know what's going to happen.
Yeah,
you know what's going to happen, but I wasn't mad at it.
No, I wasn't mad at it either. No, it didn't bother me. I'm just saying there's no big surprises. There really is a movie where you got to be selective about what you want. Mm-hmm. If you want a fast-paced, again, gangbuster, blockbuster. That's not what you're getting here. I wouldn't even say, that it's even so much a big creature feature like it's coming across. It is, but not to the extent that you might think. And I'm looking at some of the other people in here, because I love Lupita Nyong'o in here. I thought that
you're right. She's always been great in everything I've seen her in.
And she is so great here. Her pain was felt, man. I'm not telling you about the character, but I'm going to tell you this. It made me understand how doing something stupid, such as when aliens are coming down and pretty much taking over the planet and killing mankind. The first thing on her mind is, my priority right now is a slice of pizza.
Yeah,
Not even a whole pizza, a slice of pizza.
And that shit was consistent.
She had a mission.
Yeah, she never let go of that pizza idea. Ever.
I don't give a how many aliens drop down here. I'm getting a slice of pizza. Shit, if one of these aliens got delivered one to my goddamn door. Yeah, I'm getting a slice of pizza.
They can kill me afterward. I just need that goddamn pizza.
It seems silly when we have the apocalypse going on and this character wants a slice of pizza, but her the way they told her story, the way that she was given hints of her condition, it did make it seem significant and important. And I tell you who else, man, this is another actor that I like. This guy, he continues to grow, because I've never seen him play a character like this. Mm-hmm. Alex Wolff.
Oh.
Yeah, Alex Wolff he's been doing Up until recently, there's probably some more, but he's been doing a lot of teenage roles, very young roles. This right here is a much more mature role for him. Some people might not even recognize him because of the beard and everything.
Yeah. This is the guy from Hereditary who has an amazing close-up.
That is him. Yeah, that's the dude from Hereditary. Yeah. He's actually starting to really mature right now, man. And this is he's very good. Now, like I said, I haven't seen him in a whole lot of things, but from what I've seen him in, this is for me a very different kind of character that he's playing. That I haven't seen him in too much. Some people say he was in the Jumanji films. It's a role where he's actually growing up.
He was in Jumanji?
Yeah, I think he was who he turned into The Rock.
Ah, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that's who he was.
Okay.
Jack can correct me, but I'm pretty sure that's who it was. He went into the game, and then when he was in the game, he was The Rock.
Gotcha.
What the okay.
Yeah, he was very good in here. Like I said, I don't think a lot of people are going to recognize him in this movie. Also, let me see here. Let me see if I can find
I didn't even recognize the other dude.
So, you're talking about Joseph Quinn.
Yeah, Joseph Quinn, yeah.
So Joseph Quinn, again, some people might not recognize him. He was I think the character Eddie, is that his name?
I haven't watched Stranger Things.
I ain't watched Stranger Things either.
So I watched Stranger Things, and he was like my favorite character in there. I think his name Eddie. He was
That sounds right.
He was the Dungeons and Dragons guy that was playing guitar at one point, had the amazing solo. Man, and he's also going to be Johnny Storm. And I thought that he was good in here. And let me tell you why I liked him in this movie, because I think that he's very significant right here, because the chemistry between him and Lupita Nyong'o as Sam, damn, my eyes are big back there.
Jesus Christ.
Somebody must have took a shit on the floor. So it's like, what the hell is that?
My cat made that.
His character's name is Eric. He's a guy that apparently now this is a kind of predictable character. The character that had a big interview that day, big job interview.
Right, yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden, shit goes wrong. Oh man, I was about to be on top. But yeah, he plays a guy who had a big interview that day. Of course, everything goes wrong. But that's not important. The thing is, his character Eric and Sam, Lupita Nyong'o's character, their relationship, their chemistry kind of hinges on romance, but it's really not that. And that's what I think is cool about this movie, because the relationship is really about human decency. It's about compassion for other people. And I'm going to say that this is another thing that worked for me. It's refreshing to see an apocalyptic scenario, especially in a summer blockbuster, where the focus is not on cruelty, cruel acts of selfishness or survival. It is survival, but it's about people really looking after each other.
Yeah, for different reasons, they were both alone. And that was probably my favorite thing about the writing, was where they were coming from. That was a good setup, I thought.
Yeah. Some people said dating in real life. Maybe, I don't know if that's true or not. But
what? What a plot twist.
I know it. Maybe they met here. I don't know.
That's why they chemistry so goddamn well.
Exactly. That's cheating, man.
I know, yeah.
If you are there for the creatures, now look, again, this is not high octane creature feature action movie right here. It's very spread out. And I like that, because it's very careful how they show these creatures. This is something where it's spread out nicely, I thought. And each scene has a different approach to how these creatures are portrayed. There's some scenes right here where, they're relentless, and they're attacking in groups. Sometimes they just look like insects, like spiders climbing out of the cracks, and then, there's other times when they attack in waves. And then there's other times when, like I said, they will they'll stalk their prey, in different scenarios alone, one by one. And I like, everything has a pretty unique set piece. Like I'm looking at, we all saw this part here where they were attacking and climbing down and whatnot. So I think they spread it out enough to where they have, they're not showing you too much, and they're able to put a lot of creativity into those individual set pieces. I really did like this, man. It was just, like I said, they were doing a lot of different refreshing things that you normally don't see in summer blockbusters. Things that have creatures and monsters, right, and big special effects and whatnot. This, me, I'm biased with characters, and this was really more focused on character, and I appreciated that. So I like the film very much. I can also understand if it's falling short in some areas for other people. But
Well, I'm going to get this out the way. So there was a big drawback for me in the film. I thought the pacing was just terrible. Like, this movie's what, an hour and 40 minutes? And it did not feel like that. At least to me, it felt like 2 hours and 20 minutes because it felt like the movie was just moving so slow. And I felt like, I don't know, for me, it just started taking me out. There were some moments where I kind of started to like doze off and damn near fall asleep. And I'm just like, bruh, I was like, I wish this movie would like get to where it's going to. But other than that, man, I really did enjoy the film. The characters were like, just watching this, because this could be a very simple movie. This could be just a simple alien invasion movie or whatnot. But it's not that. It's so much deeper than that. You have amazing characters. You have an amazing atmosphere, amazing action. I think one thing that really stood out, and me and you were talking about this after the movie, is that this movie kind of felt like a video game a little bit. Like, it kind of reminded, you said what, The Last of Us? The Last of Us. I was thinking Until Dawn as I'm watching this. There are so many like intense moments that's like, it's like one-on-one, like one of our characters with the creatures and they gotta survive. And if you play Until Dawn, it's like there's moments like that in the game where you kind of have to hold the controller. So I was like, it just really feels like a video game. I really did enjoy this film. Not as much as the first one, but I still really did enjoy it. I give this a high matinee.
high matinee. All right. And we were talking about this last night because you were right. The whole time I was watching this, I was like, why is this not a video game?
Right,
yet?
and then they're making a video game.
And they're making a video game. But I totally agree with you because I was watching, I felt like, man, they should make a video game out of this.
Right,
They're doing it now. So.
Yeah, because you can't use a gun, right? Like, But yeah, I think that the biggest drawback with this movie was that it lacked a lot of the tension that I think the first movie had. You know, like you're on the edge of your seat. It's like, man, like what's going to be the next noisy thing? And with this, it feels like they've learned a lot from the original, but without these characters and just how interesting they were, the movie wouldn't be as special as it is. I don't think it's the best of the series. It probably falls in line with the first movie because I didn't see the second one. But that cat carries the movie for me. I was glad that you brought that up out the gate, man. Because
I know he was gonna bring it up.
How can you not bring it up?
That cat's
this damn cat right here, man.
That cat's like 90% of the goddamn movie.
Now I heard you laughing. I couldn't tell if you liked the cat or if you would hate the cat.
I did. I loved watching that cat go through all 9 of his lives, man.
I mean, he went through more. I was like, that cat got credit now.
He did. I want to see a whole movie about him. Like
right, where was the spinoff with that?
Yeah.
That needs to be the poster for the next one.
But overall, I think that it's fun. Lupita Nyong'o and the cat carry the movie. I'd give it a low matinee. I think that if you want to go and see something spooky, it's kind of fun. There's parts where it's like, how did they get here? Okay, I'm not even going to worry about that. Just move on with it.
I'm kind of falling in line with you guys. I mean, everybody here is a matinee. I'm kind of leaning on low full price, high matinee. I think I'm gonna go for a high matinee with this because I think, like you said, it's the first one had the whole thing of being a very novel and fresh idea, new idea. This one, like I said, doesn't offer any surprises. But like I said, it offers a lot of humanity, and I really appreciated that. So I enjoyed this very much. I'll give it a high matinee. Probably if don't be surprised one day I'll lean on a low full price. But I did like this. I did like this a lot. It's one of the things where somebody asked me right now, let's go see it again at the theater. I'd be like, yeah, sure. I ain't nothing to do. Yeah.
I feel like that's a perfect date night movie.
Yes.
Shit.
Yes,
you
it
a
is.
fella, take your girls to go see Quiet Place, goddammit.
Yeah.
You might get lucky after the movie.
Yeah. If you're lucky,
that could be us.
It might not be so quiet at your house if you play it right.
You'd be like, hey, you watching a movie? Hey, baby, that could be us. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we could be the next Lupita Nyong'o dude from Stranger Things.
You're right.
Well, you made it to the end of the video. That must mean you really like what we do. So if you do, check out these other videos just like this one. Check out our other YouTube channels and subscribe to join our wonderful Toasty community. And as always, stay toasty.